Hi everyone! So I am here for my vlog today, and it's actually going to be also my teaching video for today. So today we're going to be talking about Chapter 5 in my book, The Intuitive's Tool Belt. And Chapter 5 is Intent versus Content. So let's jump right into this, shall we? The content is what I'm doing right now. It is the words that you hear with your physical ears. The intent is what you hear with your heart. That is the difference. So the content are the words that are coming out of my mouth. The intent is the energy behind those words. So why do we want to even pay attention to this? Well, because it's very, very important. So that way you can really know what people are saying to you. So I used to be under the impression that when people from the South would say, "Oh, bless your heart," that it was like a term of endearment. Well, I had a friend from Alabama, and I just said, "Oh, I just love when the Southern people say, oh, bless your heart." I just think that's so endearing. And she looked at me and she was like, "Ron, honey, I love you." And I was like, "I love you too." And she was like, "But it doesn't, they're not really saying," she goes, "not all of them are really saying, bless your heart." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "They're actually, sometimes it's an insult." And I was like, "What? It's an insult?" She goes, "Yeah." She goes, because really what they're saying is, "Oh, bless their heart, they're so dumb, they're so stupid," whatever the case may be. And I was floored by that. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Are you serious?" And she was like, "Yeah, some people actually are not saying, bless your heart. Some people are actually saying, God, you're so stupid." And I was like, all right, memo to self. And so that really got me thinking about, this intent versus the content. So what I wanted to do was I said, okay, I really want to start listening to the intention behind people's words. I want to listen to their words, but I also want to hear what the intention is behind it. What is the energy behind those words? And so, what I did was I just really set the intention for myself that I'm going to listen with my heart today. Okay? Whatever conversation I am in, I intend to listen with my heart. Not with just my ears, but with my heart as well. And so, suffice it to say, that day was a great day to do it because our landlord had stopped by and she had told us either you have 30 days or 7 years to get out of this house. I'm putting all of my properties into foreclosure. I just got diagnosed with cancer, so I'm going to a cancer treatment center. So sorry to kind of spring this on you. And we're like, all right, so time to go look for a new house. So, we're kind of driving through our neighborhood and there was a house. So we go up, we make the appointment. Well, there was actually a big open house the next day. So we go back the next day and, there were, I believe, 4 families plus us. There were 2 women. There was a guy and a girl. Then there was a husband and wife and a child. And then there was me and my mom. So we're kind of walking around, the realtor's, in the kitchen area, just like waiting for everyone, to kind of come. And we, me and my mom were both like, no, this is not the house for us. It was a weird architecture and neither of us really liked it. So we go back downstairs and everyone else had pretty much already left as well, except for the husband, wife, and child. So, we're down, we're talking to the realtor. The mom, comes downstairs with her child. And, we're just kind of like, oh, okay, great, asking the realtor not about that property, but about another property that we wanted to go see. And, she was like, oh, yeah, here's the information, gave us her card and stuff. And so we were like, bye, have a great day. And the mother literally turned around and said, bye, bye, have a great day as well. And that's not what I heard, though. What I heard was, bye, this is my house. This is mine. And I was like, oh. And so I kind of told my mom, I was like, that's just really weird. And she was like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, what do you know? We drive back that house 2 weeks later. That woman is literally she's putting her stuff in that house. So that literally her intention was, okay, bye, have a great day. Get out of my house. Because she had already had that intent. This is ours. This is what I want. And so, I just kind of went throughout the rest of that day listening we went over to the McDonald's line, and you can do this anywhere. You can do this exercise absolutely anywhere. So we go over to the McDonald's line, and, I'm just listening with my heart. I'm setting that intention. Anytime I'm about to enter into a conversation, okay, I ask to listen with my heart. And what I like to visualize for myself is I like to visualize like a little bead of light, right here in my third eye, and it just kind of travels down into my heart chakra. So I'm really putting myself into my heart as I am listening, okay? And so, the person was like, oh, what would you like, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, Mom, that person's having a really hard day. Because that's what I heard. I heard, oh, hi, welcome to McDonald's, what would you like? And they sounded very nice, very chipper. But I was like, Mom, they're having a really hard day. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, this person's having, a rough time. And so, we went up to the line. And, we were just very cordial, very nice. And like, hey, what did we, we gave that person $5. And we're like, $5, kind of thing. Because for me, I felt like it was something financial. So I was like, hey, $5. So we gave that person $5. We're like, don't worry about it. No worries. We got you. Have a great day. Well, we come back around, several weeks later. This person literally, I think, had this card until we came. And it was a thank you card saying, you have no idea how much that $5 helped me. Thank you so much. So, listening with my heart allowed me to be of service as well. And, what I wanted to invite you to do is, even if someone is really coming at you, like let's say you feel like this person is verbally attacking you, listen with your heart, because what you're going to hear is they're calling out for love. They just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to say, I need your love, or I need to feel accepted. I need to feel wanted. I need this. They don't know how to say that other than coming out and really attacking, in that way. So whenever you're listening to someone, either they are giving you love or they are asking for love. They are calling for love. And I want you to really see it that way. Even if, like I said, even if someone is being verbally, really mean or whatever, I'm not saying, love does say no, but also just see they're calling out for love. They just don't know how to do it. And just because, they're calling out for love in a very mean and violent way doesn't mean that you have to, essentially stay there and give that to them. Sometimes, like I said, love says no and says, you know what? This is where we always ask. And this is something else that's really important, is to always ask, what is it that Spirit would like me to know about this situation? Spirit, you decide for me. Really putting it in the hands of your higher power. All right? So, like I said, content is what we hear with our physical ears, and the intent is what we hear with our heart. It's the energy behind the words. So, what I would love for you all to do in this video is if you would comment below, what do you feel my intention is as I am saying these words to you? What is the intent behind this conversation? All right? I send you all my love.